and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a how I edit my Instagram photos, because on my iPhone so many people were asking me how I edit my Instagram photos, so I thought I'd do like a follow-up video from that. And I just quickly want to say that if you haven't checked that video out, then please do. It's literally got like 7.6k views now, like it's absolutely insane. So you guys are absolutely loving that video, so if you haven't seen it, then I'll leave a link in the description box down below and also somewhere on the screen now, so you can go and check that out. But yeah, so I thought today that I would show you all of the apps that I use to edit my photos, what filters I use, basically everything that you need to know for how to edit Instagram photos if you're looking for a bit of inspiration, anything like that. And I'm actually quite proud of my theme at the moment. I'm really liking how it is and the colours and the filters and everything. So I'm basically going to go through a step-by-step guide of how I do it. So if you want to see how I edit my photos, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm actually hoping that my phone will be on the screen right now. I did have a bit of difficulty last time, but let's hope that it works out for this video. So basically I'm going to show you my Instagram first so you can see my theme and how it's all set out. So this is what it looks like. It's Beauticole with 2 E's and then an X if you want to follow me, because we're so close to 4k followers on there now. So definitely go and follow me if you haven't already. But this is basically what it looks like. I'm not going to lie, I did spam everybody with London pictures, so that's why there are quite a lot of London themed photos. But it's just very bright and just very me, I guess, and that's why I really love it. I really like the colours and everything. But from about here onwards is where my new theme kind of starts and where I'm like sticking with at the moment. Okay, so if I go on to the apps first to kind of give you an overview of what I use. So I did mention in my What's on my iPhone that I use Snug, which is a very good app if you want to see how your photos are going to look. So this is helpful once you finish editing the photo, and you can basically just go on this app and see what it looks like, whether it matches your other photos, where it would look good on your feed and everything like that. So that's very helpful, and I think you had to pay like 99p or something for it, but honestly it's definitely worth it. It's so good. And then I have Layout, which I use to create more than one photo in an Instagram post, if that makes sense. So you can put like 2 photos together, things like that. That's really good. And then the main apps that I use to edit are Facetune and Colour Story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go onto Colour Story, because that's basically the main app that I use. So I'm going to go onto that and try and find a photo that I can edit and show you how I add the filters. Okay, so I actually just took a picture of a product that I got sent, or like a box that I got sent from a lovely brand called Feather and Down. 100% recommend you check them out. This is not a sponsor or anything, but you can get their products on Boots, and they very kindly DM'd me and said that they would send me this product. So I'm basically just going to show you how I edit this photo. So basically what you do is you insert the photo like you just saw and click continue. Okay, so when I get onto this screen, the first thing that I do is I actually go onto tools, and then I click to adjust and then go on curves, and basically you can choose where the brightness and darkness happens on your pictures, which is really cool. So basically what you can do is, if you see here there's like 3 little dots, I usually move this middle one, and if you move that way it'll make it darker. But if you want to brighten up the area where the products are, then you can kind of brighten that bit up. So if I move it, okay, it was like that before. So if I move it to like there maybe, I think that's good. And then you just press the tick, and that's what I do on that bit for a minute. And then I go back to the like original home page and click on filters. And then I actually bought the seasons pack. I can't actually remember how much it was, but it wasn't that expensive. Basically here it has all of the years, not the years, it has all of the months of the year, and it kind of has a filter that corresponds to that time of year. So obviously in summer months you would have more saturation, and in the winter months you'd have more like cool toned, I don't even know what the word is for that, but basically just cool toned photos. So the filter that I've been loving is actually July. So what I do is I click on July, and obviously it takes it to the 100% like filter, and that's just way too saturated for like my liking. So what I do is I tap this little button here and basically drag it down until I like it. So I don't really know how much to put on here. I would say maybe about there, probably about there, and then it depends on the photo and how kind of bright and saturated it is already. So I'm going to press the tick on that bit. Okay, so that's the filter added, and now what I do is I go back to the home page and go back to tools and adjust, and then I actually go on to contrast and just turn the contrast up a little bit, about there possibly, and then press the tick, and I don't know whether to darken it down a tiny bit because it is quite bright. If I maybe go about there possibly, and then click the tick again. I don't really know what else to add. For some reason this photo looks quite different to my other ones. I think it's because it's like darker photo. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to press done and save and finish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the Snug app that I was talking about and see whether it would fit my Instagram feed. So I'm going to add it here. Okay, so I don't think that looks too bad actually. If I move the photo around a little bit, I reckon that would be okay. Okay, so I think that pretty much matches the rest of my photos. If I move it around a little bit on Instagram, then I think it will like crop the light bit out in the corner, which will look good. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm actually going to go onto Facetune and show you how I use that to edit photos. So basically Facetune is really good if you want to whiten backgrounds. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have a photo that I can do it with. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, so I've actually just found this picture of some balloons that I got for my 18th birthday. I hope this kind of is going to work and show you what I mean. So basically on this app what I do is I go to the whiten tool at the bottom, and then you basically just swipe the screen where you want to whiten and basically just rub up and down where you want to whiten, and this does take a while sometimes, so you have to kind of be patient and work with it. But I hope you can see like that this is actually changing the colour of the wall, and this just makes everything stand out a bit more. It makes it look a little bit cleaner, because there's nothing worse than having like a really dull, boring background and the actual photo doesn't stand out. So I'm not actually going to do all of this, I don't think. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to keep scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. This does, yeah, like I said, it's quite time consuming. So yeah, but it's definitely worth it, like 100% I would recommend this. Okay, so basically whitened the majority of the photo. I'm just going to do the top bit as well. And basically if you click this little blue square at the bottom, press and hold it, you can see the before and after. So I hope that you can see like that's made such a difference. Like honestly, it looks so good once you've done that. And that's basically what I do if I have a photo with a white background or just anything white basically, I just whiten. So that's a really handy app as well. I think you have to pay for both of those apps, but I'm not entirely sure. So definitely check them out if you are looking for that sort of thing, and it is worth it. Like you're paying for a good Instagram feed, and to be honest I wouldn't mind that because Instagram is such an important part of my like social media accounts and stuff. So yeah, that's basically everything that I can tell you about Instagram, I think. Like to be honest, there's not really much else I use. Obviously you can use Boomerang, but that's not really anything to do with editing. You can use Fonto as well, that's also good if you want to add font to a photo, so that's really good as well. And also Hype Type is good for Instagram stories. I'll quickly mention this. Basically what you can do is you can create like pop-up text on your Instagram stories. Do you know when YouTubers like Alicia Marie have pop-ups in their videos? You can basically do that on an Instagram story, so that's a really good app as well if you want to do that. But I think that's pretty much how I edit my Instagram photos. There's not really much more to say about it. It's pretty simple what I do. I basically use the same things every time, and that's why it takes me so quick. Like it's really not a long process. But if you are looking for any good apps, then I definitely would recommend the ones that I mentioned. So definitely check them out if you haven't already. And that's pretty much it to the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please smash a massive thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe down below because we're getting so close to 1,900 subscribers now, which is just insane. Like honestly, since I'm in the city, I've gained over 200 subscribers. So thank you so much to all of you guys that are supporting me still, and I hope that you found this useful. I know it was quite a quick video and there wasn't really much more to say, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye! I don't know what you've been told, but this guy right here's gonna rule the world. Yeah, that is where I'm gonna be, because I wanna be. No, I don't wanna sit still, look pretty.